When people set goals, which areas of life do they do this in? In my last post, I discussed the idea of coming up with a set of ultimate goals. And a big part of that is to loosen up and be very permissive with yourself. Write down anything that comes to mind and don't worry whether it's big enough or possible, or even if you really want to commit to it. When people do this, they often get into a rich area and run with it. Finish this project at work and take on this other one and clean up my filing system and get that promotion and pick out an outfit for the office barbecue. And all of that's great. Go for it. And sometimes your question is really focused on one area anyway. What do I want to do with my career? But sometimes you want to go broader. And the deeper you go in one area, the harder it can become to see the others. So it's useful to have a list of the areas so that when you run dry, you can switch to one that you haven't thought much about. So here, I'll review 8 realms. That list is not exhaustive. If you think of other realms I haven't listed, add them in a comment below. And the realms aren't clearly separated. Some ideas might fit into several realms at once. Okay. First, vocational. We've already been talking about this one, so let's cover it first. This is anything you want related to your career. Become an ornithologist. Finish that overdue work report. Quit and get a different job. Open a dive shop in Thailand. Retire. Become president of the company. Anything to do with work life. 2, avocational. Hopefully we don't just work for money. It should fulfill some other needs as well. But in addition to the paid work we do, we can consider the things that we do just for fulfillment. Your hobbies, your garage band, your watercolors, building that website about underground streams that run through your city, working on your genealogy. In my own case, my husband and I run a small orchard, so I might include replace the irrigation pump, or plant this new type of plum tree, or replace the gas mower with an electric one. 3, social. This is anything to do with other people. Host a dinner party. Plan a camping trip with friends next summer. Meet more people. Start dating. Go to couples therapy. Plan a birthday party for my partner later this year. Join a book club. Propose. Reconnect with that family member I haven't spoken to in years. Social life may sound small, but this is the area that you'll appreciate most by the end of your life. And it'll be the source of most of your regrets about missed opportunities. 4, experiential. Now we're talking about life experiences that you would like to have. Places you'd like to visit, things you'd like to see, books you want to read, movies you want to watch. Skydiving, bungee jumping, falling in love, seeing the northern lights, winter camping, solo travel, living for a year in another country, doing a yoga retreat, seeing a political convention. I wanted to walk across Britain, and I finally did that in 2018. This category includes much of what many people think of as their bucket list. 5, learning. This realm is all about developing your skills and knowledge. It's about building the person that you want to be, getting your high school equivalency, finishing your degree, learning Italian cooking, getting your sailing certificate, getting your driver's license, learning to type, taking sign language lessons, keeping your first aid up to date, taking continuing education for your work or profession, learning Vietnamese, learning Photoshop. 6, routine. This realm is all about your day-to-day life. Getting that routine in place without being too rigid about it is one of the central elements in depression recovery for a lot of people. Here we're thinking about things like exercising regularly, eating properly, sleep scheduling, watching your screen time, rejoining the bowling league this year. All the minutiae of everyday life. This is the structure into which our life fits, the bones of your life. Too tight a structure can be suffocating, but not enough can make you feel like your life is dissolving. 7, financial. People say you can't buy happiness, but by mismanaging money, you can certainly buy misery. And undeniably, financial security and stability is a great stress reducer. So here we're thinking about things like debt, savings, income, and where we want to put our money. Investing responsibly, asking for someone to repay a debt, making a will, contributing to your retirement plan, leaving your credit cards at home if they're too tempting, anything to do with money and how you handle it. 8, contributory. A lot of goal setting sounds receptive. Get that new job, get a social life, get in shape. But if you ask people about the most fulfilling things in their lives, often it's more about what they give than what they get. So here we're talking about things like volunteer work, leading your organization's choir, donating to charity, spending time with your friend who has dementia, working on a political campaign. This realm is all about how you give back. For many people with depression, as an example, learning that they actually have something to give can be one of the most important and potent elements of their recovery. Doing this is also one of the quickest paths to a feeling of belonging. So those are 8 realms. Again, there may be more. Have as many as you like and make suggestions in the comments section below. You can use this list to flesh out your list of ultimate goals or life goals or your bucket list. But a goal without a plan is just a dream. So there is no point in having these without taking at least some of them, boiling them down, and taking the first steps toward them. No one is going to knock on your door and say, hey, here's a degree, here's your life partner, here's a healthier body, here's a career, or here's a new doorway. We have to map out the route to any of the ultimate goals we actually want to achieve. And for that, we need immediate goals. And that's the topic of another video. These videos come out once a week. If you're interested, click subscribe, and the latest ones will appear in your subscriptions feed when you visit YouTube. For links to my books, look in the text section below this video. And do ask questions or comment. I read all the comments and may use some of them as the basis for new videos.